The GOAT, it's the GOAT, it's the give it GOAT. The GOAT, it's the GOAT, it's the ever GOAT. The GOAT, I got a little tied up on that, but it's the GOAT.
Welcome to episode 2 of the GOAT Pod. GOAT Pod. I am Wendell Holland from Survivor. I'm here with some of my very, very good friends. First and foremost, we have the host of the Purple Pants podcast, the man, the myth, the legend from the legendary season Survivor Cagayan, season 28. The other half of Bryce and Wen, we have Bryce Isaiah. How we doing?
I'm chilling. Great to be back in the backyard with my brothers. So I'm excited to be here.
Back in the backyard. And joining us along with Bryce Isaiah, we have our other Philly brother, the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend from Big Brother 23, the originator of the cookout, the history maker himself, second place on Big Brother 23, the son of Smoking Joe Frazier with the pink bandana. We have Derek Frazier's in the building.
You already know what it is. I just came back from Gag City. So, I had to put on my Gag shirt because, it's Gag City. But, hey, I'm excited to be here this time in the front yard of the GOAT House. So this is great to be here with you guys.
Well, in honor, wait, sorry. Can I just jump on in real quick? In honor of this episode, because this episode was great, can I test your trivia, Wendell?
Oh, go right ahead.
Please, what is Gag City?
I was about to say, I don't know much about Gag City, but you know what? I'm going to say it has to do with Nicki Minaj.
That's what I'm talking about.
You must be in the room with Alyssa, Reza, and Jason. Okay.
Like he said, he's with the girls. He's with the girls. He said, these are my girls this season. This is Bryce. This is Big D. I got my girls.
My roommates look kind of like how the pod looks, actually.
Where my girls at? From the front to
the back. You feeling that?
Move your hands at. I believe that. Trying to take my Joe from the grocery store. I don't need that.
So don't play yourself. He is my property. Okay. You got me singing Destiny's. No, 3LW. Wait. No. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
702.
702. Yes, I knew that.
Okay.
I knew the lyrics.
All right.
Damn.
All right. So
that's crazy.
Let's get into this episode. We are in the GOAT Manor. We are in the women's room, and we have Pal proposing a girls' alliance. Pal proposes it to who's in there. Day walks in. Pal lets her know what's about to happen.
Wait, no. It is Da'Vonne's entrance for me. Where the hell was Da'Vonne at? Hey. Okay, because okay. I'm sorry. Episode 2, I'm here for Day. Hey. Yep. I'm with that.
Yeah, whatever you guys want to do. Yeah. But just so you know, and I love how they cut to the Big Brother. Yeah, like the Big Brother pass, and they're like, she already cuts in the green screen. She's like, in the history, girl alliances never work out. And then they cut to her and Nicole Franzo, who messed her over in the Big Brother house. And it was just got it.
Yeah. So Pal proposes that. They all agree or something. But then CJ's like, whoa, Tasia, I thought we had a girls thing, but I thought we had an alliance, but you went against Joey last night. What's up? And Tasia's like, I'm thinking game-wise, who can I beat at the end?
And it's funny because I literally proposed that question. I was so confused. If you say you're not going to vote somebody and then you have to make the decision, but Tasia, you still voted for him, even though you did vote for him. Although I'm not mad because it's I think that Jason made a great proposal, but it's Tasia, if you on The Bachelor and he say he gonna bring you on a one-on-one and not Derek, but then I triple 40 on the steps and you go on a one-on-one with Derek, like I'm gonna be mad.
Don't be mad, it's me.
But also, if we're thinking about logically speaking, Tasia's like, yo, he literally, like, I'm thinking, who can I beat at the end? And it will be easier to beat Jason. And then I would think, like, Tasia is thinking very logically. She's not thinking game. She's just thinking with actual logic. It's like, hey, rest of you women in here, who would you rather beat at the end? Like, who was it easier? But CJ was thinking, now, we had a plan, and then you switched it up on us.
Oh, unfortunately, I can't knock what she did, and she did it. But Tasha lets us know that this theme of this episode is all about Bravo. Okay. I think it's like he called it like Bravo Sandbox or whatever. So
drag me through the mud.
Drag me through the mud. Okay.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, please.
Talk about my girl real quick, because when we're in the Girls Alliance,
here comes Jill.
Here comes Jill. Okay, talking the numbers, and that Jill. I thought you didn't know these games. Let me find out, Jill.
The best player in the house.
Okay. Girl, you just said you didn't know the games last episode. Girl, since last episode, you done created a mega alliance. You threw somebody's name out first. They almost
stirred the pot. Yep.
And now she's a mathematician.
Okay.
My girl
Jill. Okay.
All right.
Dead. So we get to the competition, the GOAT competition. As you stated before, we got to find somebody to be the GOAT of the week. And it's a trivia game, Drag Me Through the Mud, which is all about pop culture and reality TV. So Wendell, you should be really good at this.
Wait just a moment.
No, because I've been in the car with you and you have listened to, what's his name? Joe Button. He's always talking about pop culture. You got me and Bryce talking to you about things. You're a reality star because you played on what?
Survivor 100 count.
Okay.
Wendell, did you listen to a recent Joe Button podcast when he said something so off the wall? He was trying to get his point across the ish, and Joe said, "Who's do I gotta suck?"
Oh no, but okay. We're not. They're gonna get me for listening to that podcast already. So we're back on the Drag Me Through the Mud challenge.
I was trying to test your pop culture now.
Okay, so it looks like if they don't know the answer, they can go through the mud to go see what the answer. They give them 3 multiple choices. They got to figure out which one of the answers is correct. They come back, they write it down, show Tosh what the answer is. Okay. Now, I think the first question, which I'm going to get Wendell for this. I think the first question, he gonna kick and I know he kicked himself in the butt for this one. We just went to Chicago, and he has been to Chicago multiple times. If I'm correct, I think the first question was, what's the name of the baseball team, if I'm correct?
The famous stadium, home of the Chicago Cubs.
Okay, and what is it, Wendell? Do you know it now?
Furthermore, 2 years prior, I went on a bachelor party to Chicago with my buddy TJ Carson, and he definitely brought us to a Cubs game at Wrigley Field.
Then what did you say, Wendell?
I froze up. I didn't even know what the Cubs were at the time, bro. I didn't know if it was a football or baseball team at the time.
Wendell said,
I said Lambo. I was thinking of Cars.
That's a damn shame. Okay.
I said Lambo. I was out of there first. Tech looked at me like, bruh.
Yeah. It was pretty shocking to see. As the competition's continuing, I just want to throw out some things that kind of shocked me. I was very shocked when it came to the Lady Gaga question, and Alyssa Edwards had to run to go see who sung Rain on Me. I was gagged. That was it for me. I was like, what?
But also, we know Alyssa is, in my opinion, I feel like after watching episode 1 and 2, there's 3 players now. It's Wendell, Davon, and Alyssa. And so I feel like
Justin
Justin, right? Yep, and I feel like I ain't mad at Justin. Like, you might know it, but like, let me just run through the mud to make sure that I do know it. So I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
What else happens throughout? Was there anything else that kind of stood out to you guys, question wise?
It was for me. It was the chess one, right? Because I think it was it Kristen who was like the pawns, and so first of all, I didn't even know. I'm trying.
I knew that question because that's all we played in the Big Brother house was chess.
It was how many pawns are on a chessboard, right?
Right, and she just thought of the 1/2. So and then I was also cracking up. Okay, I don't know why I'm just loving day 5. Ooh, I hope my chess friends are mad at me.
Mad at me.
Was like, you have chess friends? Like,
chess is. Let me tell you something. If you ever, you must know how to play chess. If you're on Big Brother, if not, you learn on Big Brother. Like, it is a thing. Like, you must know chess.
I thought y'all played checkers because on Survivor we play chess.
What you trying to say?
I'm just saying.
What you trying to say?
I'm just saying.
Don't go there, sis.
I'm just saying. Y'all play checkers.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
You got on Nikki. I got on Mello. What's up?
Look. Anyway,
yes.
So as the competition's going, what happens? Anything else kind of stays out to you guys that happened?
Not much notable. It's down to Jason, CJ, Davon, Kristen. It gets I guess down to I think the winner is CJ with the chess board because she watches what was that show? Queen's what was it?
A Queen's Gambit. Excellent show. Where's season 2 Netflix?
Where is it?
And also this is when I knew that I love Justin because after not before but after she won, Justin's like,
I need to go talk to
let me go talk to
CJ. Okay? Yeah. He playing the game. Listen, Drag Race is a competition show. So he's played twice on Drag Race. Okay. So yeah, he knows what he's doing now. He's like, oh, let me go talk to CJ.
Let me go talk to CJ.
And also CJ wanted to talk to him for a while as well because her father's gay and she has mentioned her 2 dads in the house a couple times, so they were able to have a good connection and finally sit down and connect on that.
But she had to win that challenge first.
I will say Alyssa also said something very important to her. He was letting her know, which I've stated 1,000 times. Bryce has probably said it. Every gay man that does reality TV, he's like, hey, I don't want these straight guys thinking like I'm weak. I want to show people that like the gays can play. And that's something we always feel like we have to prove, which we don't have to prove, but it's just our inner saboteur that kind of messes with us, that wants us to show that we are competitors. And then as you said, I mean, I love that. When she said she had 2 dads, I was like this. She's one of the girls.
Yeah, she's one of the girls. She wanted the girl.
She's one of the girls. Let me tell you something about this season. I'm loving the gay representation. And you know what? It's refreshing. And I wish that maybe some other networks to take some notes because this is the way you should do it. There's about 4 gay people, all different lives. You got a girl in here, got 2 gay dads. We don't know everybody else's story either. So it's refreshing.
I also just have to say from these 2 episodes that I have seen though, Wendell, I love the fact, and again, we're joking about it, but I really do love the fact of how much I see you immersed with these girls. And I mean, and obviously we're saying girls, but we mean gay men. We're gay men. And sometimes to our family, we say the girls. But like, I love how much you are interacting with them. Again, for me, it's like, that's the Wendell that I know. And no shade to Joe or Tech. Not that I don't see them interacting, but there is definitely a different level of how we see you interact with them, and I just love that. Like, I love it.
Well, I'd like to credit some of my best friends. Thanks.
Yeah, because he didn't have a choice. Because if not, we were gonna have to mess you up as soon as you get back to Philly. If you would have acted wrong on this show with the gays, I would have told you that.
But Derek, you can't fight.
How many times we got to go through this? I don't know why he has footage. I don't know why we got to keep going this. This is crazy.
Footage.
Now, I want to cut. We got to cut to your girl, okay?
Okay, but again, first of all, if it's one thing about Jill Zarin, one thing she gonna hook you up with some clothes. She gonna tell you where to go. If you seen her Below the Deck episode, y'all shouldn't be dragging her. She was trying to enhance the experience. But I love the fact that Jill Zarin is Passover and she wants to cook for y'all. And it's just like, I love seeing me some Jill do her thing. And also, like, I love to see her spreading some knowledge about Passover and different stuff and everybody coming together. Can you sing the song, Wendell?
Dayenu, 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 ever, Dayenu, 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 ever. So, Jill said she's making Passover dinner. I believe the chef might have helped. I believe Reza might have helped. I think he's half Jewish. Dinner was delicious. It was my first Passover dinner that I've ever had, which is strange because, like, I grew up in a very Jewish area. But
yes, you did. Make sure you remind people that. I don't want people thinking that you grew up in the hood.
Whoa.
Yeah, because you be trying to act like, I'm from Philly. Because I'm from North.
A couple of my years were Lower Marion.
Oh, girl.
And then a couple of my years were down bottom. Anyway.
Oh.
Whoa. Not see.
Come on.
We don't shame here.
Girl. He ain't no verse girl. He just said down bottom.
We don't shame here.
I'm talking about Passover dinner. And so, yeah, the food was delicious. The smashed potatoes were delicious. I think it was the gefilte fish that didn't taste the greatest. That was my first time trying it. But it was great to be there and learn a little bit about her culture. And we read the Torah and we each read passages. It was a fun night. It was a long night. We were there for maybe 2 hours, but we had a good time. We had our yarmulkes on and we were, showing Jill love on this holiday, this Jewish holiday. So shout out to Jill Zarin. We love you. Thank you for the wonderful dinner. And yeah, then of course, like you said, CJ opens up to Justin. They have their connection. The next day is the Bravo Challenge
Backyard edition. And for me,
are we sure in the backyard?
We are in the backyard.
We're sure not in the front, on the side, or the other side. Okay.
The front has the circle thing. We are very much in the backyard, and we are very much with fold-up tables. But when Tosh pulled up as Lisa Randall from the Housewives,
took me out.
Hills.
I love that he did that. I love that this is what he's gonna. Now that he has done this, I go, oh, he's going to dress probably every episode this season as I'm looking. This is so refreshing to see.
And it's like, honestly, what a piece of me that loves this show is that since Tosh.0 got canceled, like, I feel like we're almost getting glimpses of Tosh.0 in this, because there's like, he's so very similar of him dressing up and like his humor. So for me, I love it. And it's like the perfect mix of this reality show. Cause I feel like, I'll be honest, I was a little nervous going into like the first episode of seeing what it's going to give. Like, is this going to be like House of Villains? Like, just not villains? And I think that Tosh adds the perfect level of not serious, but with players like you and Day and CJ and Justin,
Jill,
and Jill,
the best player in the house.
Okay, it's coming together.
It's great to see. So CJ is obviously gets a chance to pick her team. She picks Justin, Devon, Joe,
Tasia,
and who else?
Paula.
Okay. So she picks that, and then obviously the other team is the rest of your team.
Wendell, Reza, Lauren, Chef Jason, Tech and Jill. And that means Kristen sits out and she gets to tie her fate to one of the two teams.
And who she tie her fate to?
Kristen ties her fate to our team.
Oh.
Not the GOAT's team.
Okay. Hope we ain't pulling no gefilte fishes with the challenges like you did in the last episode. I was a little nervous.
Well, in this challenge, it's the Bravo challenge that starts with flipping tables. You have to flip a table and it has to land right side up.
So a relay.
It's a relay. It's 3 different stages. The second stage is you're launching silverware into a bussing tray, into a bussing dish. And then the last one is the below deck style. You have an inner tube and you got to launch it, and it has to, 2 of them have to land on a buoy.
Have you guys played Flip Cup before?
Yes, I'm really good at it too.
Yeah.
And you know the trick, because I feel like I love my Reza, and I feel like I gotta, you know, the trick at Flip Cup is like,
yes,
whoop. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Let's all do it together. Let me see your hand. Whoop. Okay. Now, one more time. Whoop. My goodness, Reza was taking them tables like
To the moon.
I never seen any. No, on some real stuff, I've never seen anything like in my life.
Blast off.
Yeah. He thought this was WWE the way that he was doing. I was like, what are you doing with this table?
I'm like, brother man, you're on my team, brother man. I'm like,
he's like, again. And I'm like, what is going on? Like,
did y'all have to fix the skirts on the table too? Because Reza was freaking out.
yeah.
He was launching.
Reza was going. Reza was. I thought he thought we got credit for how many times the table flipped before landing, and I'm over at the end like, Reza, just do it lightly, find a hack, something. And it literally, the tables, the flipping took so long. It had to be in game time. It had to be over 10 minutes, and that in a challenge is a long time. And so Justin and CJ flipped theirs first against Reza and I believe Lauren,
as Alyssa Edwards should.
Right. And
sounds correct to me.
I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, but within 1 minute, Reza gets his flipped properly, him and Lauren.
The one time Reza just the one time he just it goes.
He got
were y'all screaming that to him though?
Bro, we were yelling the whole challenge. The whole challenge.
I wish I could have heard it. I was sitting there like, where does he think he's sending this table to?
And then
Jill was also screaming too. Jill is, like Bryce said, his girl. She is a competitor. I don't think people know that. She's like yelling.
I love Jill. Jill is one of, you know, I got to preface it with a lot of love right now. Jill is outside the house, one of my closest friends from the show. But my goodness, in this competition, I'm glad they didn't show my confessional afterwards, because I was like, Jill was yelling in my ear, but she was screaming a lot. But granted, I was screaming a lot too. But yeah, the second phase was the bussing. You got to throw a napkin with silverware into the bussing tray that's however distance away. And of course, Devon and Tasia start throwing first, and then it's the chef and Tech on my team throwing it when Reza finally flipped the table over. And at this point, I'm like, Tech is an athlete. He's going to sink these. So, and I just truly, I thought Tech was going to sink them. So I was yelling at him, but it was like friendly, you know, I was like, Tech, I thought you got a jump shot. Tech, what's up? You know, and he'd make it up. Be like,
y'all were throwing a lot of basketball terms out there doing this.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
So at this stage, Tech and Jason overcome Tasia and Devon.
Mm-hmm.
So they pass the ball to Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
Who's Kobe?
Me.
Who told you that?
They passed the ball to Kobe, you know what I'm saying? And it's me and Jill. And so now I need to land these two inner tubes over the buoys, right?
In
Lifesavers over the buoy.
In the backyard's pool.
No, we are at a different location now.
Okay.
They took us to the that we were in the marina. Yeah. This is a below deck challenge. So I'm in the marina and it's my turn. And I'm launching the buoy, and Jill is like
in
pulling
the
the rope.
gated community.
In the gated community.
Listen here, this is a big budget show, gentlemen. I don't want you guys to knock the fact that we traveled so much, and y'all might be jealous.
I am jealous. Listen. We're on episode 2, and I'm loving it. I need a call for next season, so I'm not making fun of the show. I love it. It's just funny to me that it's just, which it worked out because I don't want to go. I don't want to be traveling places. It's right in the backyard. Love that. I could just roll out of bed.
The backyard. We took a private helicopter to this one. Anyway, so I'm trying to get my groove, and I sink one. Cool. And then I think Joe and them start throwing too. So now the pressure's on your boy. And I'm trying to get my groove, and I sink the second one. I'm like, Kobe. And they did it in slow motion and all of that. Maybe I was a little too hyped.
It's okay. Shout out to Kobe. Shout out to Kobe. Shout out to his family. Rest in peace. But please just know you are not Kobe. And I just want to make sure you know that.
I shot that bucket like the Mamba. What you mean?
Okay.
Yes, thank you. So the closer closes the game. Thank you very much. The Mamba closes it out. And my team, me, Reza, Lauren, Chef Tech, Jill, plus Kristen, we are safe for the vote out. Now we get back to the house life.
I'm still stuck on the Kobe part. That's why I haven't said anything.
You know what? I'm not even gonna dignify that response.
Also, Kristen got a chance to relax.
That's true too.
She's really been, I've been watching her now that we're on second episode. She's really relaxing.
She's
having a good time.
After Reza flipped the tables enough, now Reza checks into the game. Now Reza's like, now wait a minute. If Jill in the game, I think I need to go get, because now Reza has somebody that he's gunning for.
First Tasia essentially says there's a women alliance, so the only people available are Joe and Justin.
Yeah, because she tells Joe about the women's alliance, which I have never in my life seen some, like, I'm like, girl, what are you doing? I loved it. I love that she doesn't know. She thinks she's being so like, I'm just telling my friend who's not gonna tell everybody else. Like, I'm just telling them.
Yeah.
But it was surprising for me when grocery store Joe clocked in though, because I thought I was with Tasia. Like, I'm bringing you this information. Let's work.
Figure it out. Yeah.
But Joe, sexy, tall, attractive, bedroom eyes, aisle number 3.
And 4 and 5.
Plastic, no paper.
Okay.
I'm at number 4. Come drop off that curbside grocery, Joe.
You can pre-order it and get it delivered to the house if you need to.
DoorDash me, Joe.
Joe.
Uber Eats.
Joe.
Postmate me.
Joe.
What? Go Pup?
Meet me in the backyard.
No.
Right.
Guys, Joe was talking to Tasia, and he's like, all right, well, it's either you or me.
But
Reza,
that was an interesting response, though. Like, I didn't expect him
I wasn't expecting that either. He piped up. He was like, oh, don't get it twisted. It's either you or me.
The thing is, because you got these two people from this bachelor friend, they're not used to these games. So he doesn't know. She doesn't know how to deliver this info, and he doesn't know how to receive this info. But now we're watching these two players become players with themselves right now.
Yeah, but see, this is where I feel like grocery store Joe handled it a little better, because I also feel like Tasia was so honest, right? Like, I feel like when Tasia went back to the girls, and also if it's a girls alliance, like, we supposed to support and uplift each other.
No, because girls alliances never work. We know that in the history of all competition shows, they never work. Never.
This was the fastest alliance I've ever seen in my life.
Me too.
She went in there, snitched on herself.
And Powell had to clarify. Powell said,
You told him what?
You told him. At that moment, I became Davon from episode 1. I clocked on the bed. Hey, what's going on in here? Okay, because the way that like Powell just stopped everything, it was like.
You told him what?
You told him about.
Let me tell you something. Powell is giving me like, she from the mafia. She's like, I will gut you if I need to. You talking about what you tell him? Say it again. Say it to us again in front of us.
And she reminds me of Abby Maria from Survivor, right? Like, you know, lovely, friendly, all peace and love, but you do me wrong. And my girl in this moment, she ain't say nothing. But I clocked Jill Zarin on that bed as all of this is going on. Like, Jill Zarin was like, oh. Okay. Jill Zarin was feeling which way the room was going. Because I felt like if the room was like, okay, we can work it out, Jill would have been like, all right. But the temperature was changing. The temperature was rising.
And so
Joe's bodies.
Okay, so yes, so while the girls' alliance is imploding, I am over here talking to Reza. At some point, Tasia. Oh, when Tasia was talking to Joe, I'm over here in the foyer talking to Reza, and we see Jill and Joe. I'm sorry, Tasia and Joe talking over there, and I'm like, "Yo, Reza, like, what's up? That's a pair right there. You know, we got to get rid of pairs out here." Reza says, "I want the girl." I was like, what? And the way they edited it, it was like in a deep, dark, scary voice. "I want the girl." And I'm like, all right. But we sniffed out that there was a girls' alliance. So yes, we want to eliminate.
Did Tasia tell y'all?
I don't probably, but we want to eliminate a woman just so the numbers can be balanced. And Joe came to us, and essentially, I'm like, yeah, it sounds like it's either you or Tasia. So if you're from a competition background, like we know there are always multiple options. It's never just two options. But so now he is like, Tasia, it's you or me. And so now they're aiming at each other or something. And yeah, it seems like.
Did you just admit on the GOAT podcast that you actually started the Joe and Tasia back and forth? Because you just said to us, you spotted the pair. Then Joe came to you.
Bryce Isaiah.
I'm asking for an exclusive. Did you start this?
I don't start any drama. I don't start any beef. If you know me, I'm a no drama guy. So I don't think I started it, but I will say
more drama.
No.
More
drama. I don't need no more.
Y'all are terrible. So regardless, Reza wanted the girl. And the girls' alliance is slowly imploding while some of the gentlemen are like, we need to take aim at a lady so we can balance this thing out. And one of the things that Joe said to Tasia was like, you think they're not gunning for you? You're the strongest woman in this house. You think they're not going for you? And we didn't see much more of this conversation, but it's like, yo, homeboy is tipping you off like, yo, are y'all gonna get together and think of another option, or are y'all just gonna aim at each other right now and one of you going home?
It also just, again, like in this strategy-based game, but there's not a lot of strategy going on, or it's coming together slowly, then it just kind of like, yeah, when he said that to Tayshia, I'm like, well, dang, you did win the first challenge, but had you not won that first challenge, would you be in such a, it just makes me think that winning that first challenge is not all that it's cracked up to be, because here you are in that first challenge, in that first episode, here you are saying, I made the teams evenly. Then, you know, somebody that will remain nameless was like, not me on the weak try, like, you know, and then now she's seen as this power position. Then she has to break the tie with Joe. And now it's like, so it's just crazy how it's snowballing, but really, Tayshia ain't like, she's down for the people.
She won one challenge. She had to make a big decision. But again, it's who she is. Like this woman walks around so like dignified, and like she just looks like she has her stuff together. So there's an intimidation factor to that. And yeah, and I think all the women kind of understood that as well, and we're like, we ain't mad. We don't need that energy in this house. Give us a reason. Oh, you did what? You told Joe that you went against the Girls Alliance for him? Say no more.
But everybody ain't sold on doing what the Girls Alliance want them to do.
So we get to the ultimation.
The backyard.
No, it's like tribal council, Bryce. It's a whole, we take a boat. It's about a half hour out. They
on the platoon lake that we was at earlier.
They we start there. It opens up. It goes through the jetty and it opens up into the strait, and then we get through the Mississippi. It opens up to the Pacific. Once we get
turn around,
once we get to the Pacific, it's about a half hour to an hour boat ride. They blindfold us. We're in the bottom of a speedboat. Finally, we get to tribal council. It's the ultimation. They bring us out, and on the hot seat is CJ, Tayshia, Joe, Pal, Da'Vonne, Justin, Joe. No, not CJ. CJ is the GOAT.
Yeah, CJ's the GOAT. She's sitting in the GOAT chair.
Yes. So CJ is the GOAT. Tayshia, Joe, Pal, Da'Vonne, Justin, and Joe are on the hot seat. And it's time to read the votes. The previous GOAT, Tayshia, gets voted out.
But that's not how the episode ends, Joe. Like,
but can I say something to Tayshia, please?
Yeah,
absolutely. Oh, Joey said so.
Tayshia, I apologize for us voting you out. To Bachelor Nation, I want to apologize for us voting Tayshia out. I wanted to work with you. I'm sorry it didn't work out. I got you this rose, Tayshia. Much love. My sincerest apologies.
Where you get that rose from?
Is that a
it looked like it's been through the gutter. It looked like it's been through everything. No, sweetie, can you zoom back in on his camera? Can we please look at this rose?
It's awful.
Look at this. No, look at, turn it around.
Is it crunchy?
Guys,
look at it.
I buy myself roses, and this batch needs to get thrown out. So it's on its last leg, but I still wanted the gesture for Tayshia. This is for you.
Oh, you should have kept that gesture because that shit look horrible. Oh my god,
Tayshia
that thing looked like it looked like it been flat by a book. Like it been sitting as a bookmark.
I can't be a nice. All right, you know what?
I don't know. No Bachelor. All the Bachelor fans are probably like, absolutely not. Keep that rose to yourself. That looked like a rose from The Survivor. You sure you get that from your season and you kept it this whole time?
The rose is trying to survive.
Yes, that is a mess. But it was sad to see Tayshia go.
Really
mean, she definitely could have. I feel like she would have ran some circles around this competition. She was a competitor, and I would love to see her back on any type of show, maybe next season or something else. I mean, she's definitely good to have. I'm very happy to see her on TV.
Yeah, she's going to be back on TV.
Good.
She was great, but again, you guys are missing the last minute and a half of this episode. I am so sorry that Tasia went home. I love, but baby,
somebody,
the people is trying to figure out, how did Joe get 3 votes? Okay. Okay.
I remember that kitchen too, and I'm like, man, they gonna think it was me somehow, some way. We didn't know it was Day.
Yeah, and she was over here like, look, I'm sorry. That's what Big Brother players do. I will say that we would throw a vote out there and to cause a little bit of a riffle. That's what we do. Unfortunately, I don't know why. Maybe just how we play, but we will. And be like, who did that?
Right.
I don't know who did. You know what? Tosh threw that vote in there, guys. I'm telling you.
We got that confessional, and she was like, I wanted to throw a little ripple in there, and then you get fast forward to Deja. I mean, to Devon in the kitchen, like, I voted for Deja. Like,
I'll tell you what, when Pal was kind of turned up when she saw that Joe vote too. Who voted for Joe? You know, give Pal a reason.
Yeah, let me tell you something. She's ready.
Yeah.
Give
I'm
Pal a
excited
reason
for her this season because she definitely is bringing the energy. And the way they left this episode off is like, I cannot wait for episode 3.
Me too. And I love that Tosh is like, I'm gonna go chase her and go follow her. Tosh listen, he is breaking all the third walls, and I'm here for it.
Well, Tasia's like the biggest, one of the bigger names. Like, there are some big names on the show, and she was probably one of the biggest, which could be another reason why she was targeted. But yeah, sorry, sad to see you go so early, Tasia. We love you. I know we'll see you back on TV soon. Gentlemen, that happens to be episode 2 of the GOAT Pod. GOAT Pod. Appreciate y'all. We will see you next week for episode 3. Let's go.
The GOAT, it's the GOAT, it's the give it GOAT. The GOAT, it's the GOAT, it's the ever GOAT. The GOAT, I got a little tied up on that, but it's the GOAT.